Hello everyone. Thank you for getting me to 10K. This is going to be my 10K Q&A video and face reveal. We'll also be doing a small squad key giveaway at the end, and that's going to be through Gleam.io, and that's going to be in the link in the comments below. So we'll get straight away started here. We'll start off with kind of a background of myself and how I got into YouTube and the history behind that, and how I got into squad, and that'll hopefully answer a lot of your questions alone. And then we'll start going through the list of the YouTube comments and answering those questions. So I started YouTube first off by playing Destiny, which you can see the poster right there. I played a lot of Destiny when it first came out, and I made a lot of guides and a lot of highlight videos and just a lot of Destiny videos in general. And I really enjoyed that. I really had fun doing it and kind of just teaching people how to do certain things, or sharing experiences with others. That was really fun for me, and I found out I had some skill in it, some natural skill in it, and through improving and through I enjoyed the challenge of improving and constantly finding new ways to do certain things and stuff like that. And that's how I first got into YouTube, was through the Destiny videos. I'm pretty sure you can find them if you look hard enough now, but they're unlisted. I might unlist them, but anyways, unlist them, but yeah. So that's how I got into YouTube. How I got into Squad was I met a friend through Arma 3 Wasteland, and he gifted me Squad for Christmas last year. So it's almost been a full year since I've been playing Squad. And yeah, so Termy gifted me Squad about a year ago. And without him gifting it to me, I don't think I'd be playing Squad today, simply because I was not going to buy it. I knew about it. I saw the Kickstarter, and I didn't think I was going to buy it because it was, pre-alpha, alpha kind of game. But I got gifted it, and I fell in love instantly. I played Squad Leader the first game I ever played, and after that I played Squad Leader pretty much exclusively for 4 months. So that was fun. Definitely a learning experience, but it really opened my eyes to how amazing Squad was, and I just fell in love with it instantly. And I started making Squad experience videos, Squad YouTube videos, because I was having such a good time. I wanted to, share that time with others. So that's those two main history questions, is how did you get into YouTube, or how did you get into Squad? So I hope that answers those adequately. So first question right here from Amir is, do you have any plans to play more Project Reality, or even do some sort of Squad Ops in it? I'll be honest, I don't like Project Reality. It's something about going back to something clunky. Simply because I played Arma, and that was super clunky, and so Squad was such a fresh breath. When I felt how fluid it was, and then going back to PR, it was clunky. It was just, I didn't like the feel. I didn't like how it played. It was just weird. I respect PR. I respect it because that's where Squad came from. I understand that. And I understand that it's more fleshed out than Squad right now, but going back to it, man, after playing Squad initially is just brutal. I gave it a try. There's a couple PR videos on my channel, but it's brutal going back. It feels clunky, and I hate clunky. That's why I stopped playing Arma for Squad. So yeah, I don't think you'll see any Squad Ops in PR, unfortunately. At least not now. Two questions from Hayden is, how did I get into YouTube? So I should have answered that. And what made you initially pick up Squad or Insurgency? So I answered Squad pretty much already. It was gifted to me. But Insurgency, I had Insurgency for years too. I'm guilty of that. I had it sitting in my Steam library for a long time, and I never played it. And that's something I regret because Insurgency is such a great game. The only thing was I never had people to play it with, so it's not really fun to play games alone. But as soon as I started Squad and I started Squad Ops, I found out that a lot of the same people who played Squad Ops had Insurgency, and so we played Insurgency together, and that was a lot of fun and kind of opened my eyes to how awesome Insurgency was, especially co-op. I love co-op Insurgency. All right, the Chief asks for the first question, will you play PR on your channel? No, I won't, unfortunately, at least not now or in the near future. I can't get that bad taste out of my mouth. I respect it. Once again, I respect it, and I understand it's a great game, and it's an amazing game, and it's got all these features, and it's where Squad comes from, but just going back is brutal. And then his second question is, what other games or genres do you plan on playing in the future? I like survival stuff. I like, building characters. I like loot-based games. The issue is a lot of them are boring to watch. What I mean by that is Division. I love The Division. I loved it when it first came out, and then I found out how bad it was, so I stopped playing. And then they patched it recently, and I've been playing it again, and it's so much fun. But it's such a boring game to watch. Unless I figure out a way to make Division video gameplay fun, I don't think you'll see any videos. One idea that I do have is to just play Survival, which is like the Hunger Games DLC kind of thing that they have. That might be interesting to watch, so you might see a couple of those. But I don't know how I can make the Division a fun game to watch. Other games, though, are PR Arma 3. I might try that. That may be a good compromise between playing PR and playing Arma 3 again. Simply because, you know, it nails both of those, and it looks fun. It looks smooth. I know one of the devs that's working on it, so I definitely want to give that a try, because that seems like something I would enjoy. What other games? Maybe some horror games, simply because that might be fun, and I have the face reveal done now, so you guys know what I look like. So I might do something, you know, like live reaction, you know, horror game stuff for fun every now and then. Escape from Tarkov looks really fun because it's like, it's realism, and then it's also like that survival feel. So I think those are mainly the only games I'm looking at playing in the near future. Yeah. Let's see, what other questions do we have that aren't repeats? Can you make a list of all your Insurgency mods? I get this question a lot. I don't know how I can share it in a more efficient manner, but I'll put the mod collection that I have in the comment section below so that everyone can see it. Matri asks, PC specs, education, job, state in the US, life, and what did I eat for breakfast? So that's a lot of questions, but PC specs are always in the description below because I know a lot of people ask. So you can always find my up-to-date PC specs in the description. Education, I finished high school. I'm 3 years through college. I'm taking a year off simply to kind of learn more about myself, take a break, because I've been doing schooling for like 12 years of my life straight. And so I'm just taking a small break, just seeing what I can do in this free time, and, you know, learning more about what I enjoy or what I can do. Job, I pretty much just do YouTube and squad ops and stuff like that for now. I am going to start working for Insurgency as their community content producer here, so that'll be fun. You might see some kind of content from mine for Insurgency here, whether it be, you know, just working as like a community liaison or something like that. But yeah, that'll be fun. You'll see me definitely around in Insurgency more. State in the US is Hawaii. I live in Hawaii. A lot of people know this. If you watch some of my videos, you know I complain about the freaking fire ants. The fire ants here are just freaking terrible. They're these like tiny little ants that just bite the hell out of you, and they don't die, and they're so hard to get rid of, and they get into my keyboard, and I don't even eat my keyboard, and I just want to burn the house down. But anyways, that's the best part about Hawaii is the ants. Life, I don't know what you mean by that question, or what you're looking to get out of that question, but life is good. And then what did I eat for breakfast? I ate a Pizza Hut tiny cheese pepperoni pizza thing. Yeah. Ghost of Pavlik asks, how do you imagine the future of Squad? So this is something I think about a lot, simply because, you know, I play Squad a lot, and I want to imagine what Squad will look like in the future and how it will keep me entertained. And the one thing I always picture is like less infantry, because right now it's predominantly an infantry game, and infantry will always be the central role behind Squad. I mean, the game is called Squad, but like the thing I'm talking about is like having more moving parts, because right now you kind of have a logistics system, you kind of have vehicles, but I'm talking about once you have, the more assets they implement, the less infantry there'll be, because people are doing other important things, you know, whether it's trans, flying helos, you know, driving other vehicles that are actually like cool to use, like IFVs or tanks or whatever it is, mortars, having people man mortars or more artillery, or, you know, just more moving parts, more things, more just assets to get less infantry, because I feel like right now it just feels like infantry on infantry, and it's getting a little old. But yeah, I know they're having plans to do it, and I know that they're working towards what I want to imagine. At least that's what it seems. So I'm having a good time right now. But yeah, I can't wait for what Squad will hold in the future. What do you hope? Blackhawk asks, what do you hope for the future? hope for the future updates of Squad. So the main things that I'm really looking forward to are helos, because I want fast ropes and I want like fast insertion on like the other side of the map. Like that'd be cool. And then mortars. You see my arty videos. I freaking love indirect fire. Just watching them splash. I love indirect fire. I need more arty. I need more mortars. I need more indirect fire. I can't get enough. Just having them on a couple maps right now is just killing me. I want it on every map. And I want mortars. And I just want things to go boom. And to be able to call in those booms. Because that's literally the most satisfying thing I've ever done in Squad. Is call in arty. Let's see what else we got. What is Squad Ops exactly and how can we join it? So Squad Ops is a one life community. What I mean by that is we host custom events with custom scenarios in the Squad engine for people to play. So they're like, we host we host these events on 2 different days, Wednesday and Saturdays currently. That might change. But yeah, we basically hold events where like you have one life and you play Squad, and then if you die, you die. That's it. You gotta watch the rest. You can't talk to anyone that's living. So it's kind of a step further towards the realism, but within the Squad engine. And a lot of people say, you know, Squad isn't the best engine for that. Why don't you use Arma or something else? Simply because it feels clunky. I talked about, like with the PR and the Arma stuff, it just feels clunky, and I love how fluid Squad is. So that's why we use that engine, and it's been working out pretty well. I enjoy it. It's a good time. But yeah, that's what Squad Ops is. It's a one life hardcore community, and we're working on a mod for it. We've got, public servers just for random play. We're working on looking at that hardcore mod to make that public as soon as we can, and then we'll always be hosting our events because that's like our main thing. And you can see, like my channel has a ton of those Squad Ops vids. You can see what those Squad Ops matches actually look and feel like. Squad Ops or Insurgency. That's a hard pick. But yeah, I mean, like they're both good games. They're just really different games. So Squad is like more of a larger scale, and then Insurgency is a faster, more competitive, smaller scale. So there's definitely, like, it appeals to 2 different groups, but there's a lot of overlap if you understand what I'm saying. Like Insurgency is really, really smooth gameplay, so smooth. I love it so much because it just feels so fluid. But it's still got that realism aspect, and it's got that competitive aspect. So it's kind of like it's a really hardcore competitive FPS, whereas Squad is more of an immersive shooter. So they both are kind of aiming for different things, and I think they have their own purposes, and they have their own kind of niche audiences, which is awesome. But there is some overlap. Pitch asked, which military game do you expect to play next? So we talked about this already. I guess I'll answer this. The one that is not released yet, the one military shooter that I'm looking for that is not released yet is Escape from Tarkov. Because it looks really realistic, and it's got that survivor feel. I think I said that before, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to Escape from Tarkov, and I hope it isn't a letdown, because a lot of these zombie shooters or like apocalypse shooters, survival shooters are just bleh. Like, they're just terrible right now. I love DayZ. Like, I played DayZ mod on Arma 2 for like 2,000 hours. DayZ mod was absolutely amazing. I think that's the first experience I ever got with anything kind of experience-based or memory-based, where you like create memories and they're just awesome experiences, like social gaming. Like, that was one of the first games that actually was like, I wish I recorded everything because these are amazing memories. Yeah. Let's see. Play any Rainbow Six. It's not as bad as when it started. So I got Rainbow Six when it came out, and I got the season pass, and I hate it. It's a good game. It has its merits, but it's just not for me. It's too cartoony. It's too arcadey. And then I also live in Hawaii, and the netcode is atrocious, so that kind of just makes the problem worse. And I just can't play because it's just terrible connection issues. So yeah, I don't really like Rainbow Six. It's okay. I give it like a 6 out of 10 from my experience. Let's see, what else? Are we going to see any new games become mainstays on this channel? I'd like to see Vietnam Rising Storm. That's one. Vietnam Rising Storm. I forgot about that. I'm looking forward to that game. That game looks fun. You can expect to see me play some of that. Hopefully it sticks. As in by sticks, I mean like I like it and you like it. So hopefully I keep making content on that. But I haven't played it yet, so I have no idea. But we'll see. We'll see. I've been watching some videos and it looks really fun. So I'm excited for that. What state do you live in? Answered that. Yeah. Safety Off asks, longest running kill streak, time versus kills on which game? Oh, that's a hard question. I've had like really big kill games, if that's what you're asking, like 50 bombs. I think one of the videos I have is actually called 50 bomb, but I think like the most kills I ever had in a squad game is like 60 kills. I've had a couple amazing games with the BTR where I go like 44-0 and stuff like that, but yeah. There's no like memorable like kill streak I've ever been on, except for that 44-0 in the BTR. That was insane. You can find that somewhere. I'm not sure where that is, but yeah, that's the biggest kill streak, the 44-0. And then would I ever consider selling in PR? Not in the near future. No time, and I just don't like how PR feels to me. I know that's such a trash thing to say, but it's just I can't. It's just so rough for me. I respect it because that's where Squad came from, and I respect it because it's a really like solid game. Like I understand that. I get it's a good game. I just personally I don't like how it plays. Like just mechanically, not like the meta or anything like that, just mechanically how it plays. Let's see what else. A lot of these questions are like, what games do you plan on playing in the future, and how did you start YouTube? And I kind of answered those already. What do you plan for the future of your channel? Are you going to do any collaborations? So this is a good question. So for the future of my channel, like I don't plan on playing Squad exclusively for the next 10 years. Like that's just not the plan, right? So I plan on growing the channel, and I plan on growing Squad Ops along with it, the community Squad Ops. So you know that what that means is kind of vague, I guess, but like essentially just making it so that Squad Ops is strong enough and big enough to the where it can move with the channel or with the games that I want to play, or kind of just develop and constantly evolve rather than build into this static thing that can't move once it's established. I want things to be kind of fluid in that sense, and where like if I really find another military shooter that I like, I can kind of transition both into it, or I can kind of just evolve it into something else. But I don't really want to keep it static on Squad. But yeah, that's the plan. I mean, so long as Squad is good, and we're gonna keep playing it, and we're gonna keep making videos. But I'm just saying, you know, I want things to be as fluid as possible. Am I going to do any collaborations? I played with Blue Drake a little. Once again, I live in Hawaii, so my time zone is all messed up. I'm in my own time zone, so that messes stuff up a lot. But yeah, I think I've only done collabs with Blue Drake 42. Do I plan on doing more in the future? Maybe. It's just hard for me to coordinate things because I got so much stuff going on and my time zone's all messed. Let's see. All right. Bob Marley asks, are you excited for the possible release of tanks in Light Casting Squad? Honestly, no. Like I'm not excited. Like, oh, cool, yeah, add that. But I'm not like, oh, I can't wait. It's not like that for me. It's like, yeah, okay, Cass will be cool when it's added, and tanks will be cool when it's added. But I don't know. The thing that gets me excited is mortars. Mortars and more arty. That's what gets me excited. And more fob assets and building fobs, because that's always fun. But yeah, like Cass. I like helis, because I want to be able to transport helos. I get excited over, but not really Cass. Let's see, what else? Make any money through YouTube or having companies that have supported you? Alright, so I'm a small YouTube channel, which means I make a small amount of money. Do I have any companies that support me? Blue Fang Solutions officially sponsors Squad Ops, so they actually provide us our 4 servers. So, I mean, if you're ever looking for a good server provider, Blue Fang Solutions hasn't let us down since we started. So yeah, they're the only company that kind of officially supports us. We do work a little with OWI, and we're kind of official partners with OWI on Squad Ops. But that's new, and so I still figuring out what that really means. Um, okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Different questions here. Okay, here's an interesting one. Leandro asks, did you join the military at some point? I'm 100% civvy. I've never done anything military-esque in my entire life. I've never been exposed to it, period. I've never even shot a gun in real life. Yeah, no, I grew up in a really quiet place. None of my family, or at least immediate family, has ever been in the military. I just loved video games and I love military shooters, and I just kind of have been playing military-esque shooters my entire life. Um, but yeah, I don't have any actual formal military experience or exposure at all. It's all through media, whether it's YouTube or video games or movies. That's the only military experience I have. But yeah, that might come to a shock to some people. Your videos are pretty. Huib asks, your videos are pretty awesome. Are you in college for this, or is this something you learned on the way? So I went to college for comp sci freshman year. Hated it. So I switched from comp sci to economics, and that's what I'm majoring in now. Simply because economics is something that I can apply to everything, even like YouTube. So, you know, just learning how that works helps. But yeah, no, YouTube was something I was doing on the side for fun. And, you know, during this year off that I'm taking, I'm kind of just pushing it as far as it can go, trying to see, like, how far I can get with YouTube. Just because it's something I really enjoy. Like, I'm really passionate about it. You know, I love interacting with the community. I love building communities like Squad Ops. I love sharing experiences. I love teaching people how to do certain things. It's just a great experience. I love it so much. If I could do this for the rest of my life, I probably would. But we'll see if it ever gets to that point. A lot of this is stuff I learned on the way. I don't have any formal training or mentoring or teaching for video production or anything that I'm doing right now. A lot of it is just experience-based and just trying and failing and learning from it. And I think that's really important, is being able to try and learn from your mistakes, because that's how you learn and how you improve and how you stay competitive. You always got to be trying new things. Dennis asks, what kind of music do you like? Can you do the face reveal? Yeah, we're doing the face reveal right now. But the music I like is mainly, if I had to pick like top 3 genres, it'd be like EDM, rock, and then classical. EDM is just fun to listen to. It's just like something I could always listen to, is just EDM. Any EDM, like you know, trance, trap, dubstep, chill step, house, just anything like that. I just enjoy it. It sounds good to me. I know some people are gonna absolutely hate that about me, but yeah, I like EDM. I like rock. I went through like a really edgy phase with screamo, death metal, but I also like indie rock. Yeah, I like rock a lot too. And then classical, I like listening to piano and strings. I like strings a lot. So yeah, those are my top 3 music genres, really. Let's see. What else do we have here? I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel, as I was wondering what tips or advice you could give a new YouTuber. So this is something I can actually help with, or at least give my experience on. So starting a new YouTube channel, the first kind of check you make is like, are you making videos on something you love doing and are passionate about? Because if you aren't, you're going to get burnt out real fast. Make sure you're doing something that you like. You're not doing it because like, oh, you know, I could get a lot of views doing this, or, oh, you know, this is like the hot thing to do. Make sure, number one, you enjoy doing it and that you enjoy making videos about it, because if you don't, you're going to burn out. The second thing is consistency. Making sure you set a schedule, making sure that you're just consistent, both with when you release videos, the quality of your videos, stuff like that. People like consistency. People fall into habits, and that's good. Consistency is good. You don't want to be inconsistent. And the third thing is always trying new things, being adventurous. And I mean that, you know, that could be the smallest thing, whether you try something different with your editing, whether you try an entirely new genre, or you try an entirely new game, or you do something completely whack with your channel. Just put that one feeler video out there, you know, gauge interest, and then, you know, move it from there. If it catches, it catches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then the last tip I'd give is probably like, try to build a community around it. Try to build a, you know, following, or like interact. Like these people that are watching your video aren't just like random people. They're people who are interested, and you know, try to build on that connection, because I think that's really important. YouTube is like a semi-social thing. It's just different forms of communication back and forth. Like I'll make a video and then it's just comments back, but sometimes like people from my comments, like I end up playing with them and then we end up in voice comms and stuff like that. So it's just understanding that your viewers are people and not just viewers is very important. At least in my opinion. Of course, I'm just a 10K channel, so I have no idea what I'm actually talking about. But yeah, in my experience, in my small time on YouTube, that's what I've learned. Red Extreme asks, how old are you and do you like to eat baked potatoes? I'm 21, and I actually hate potatoes. I think they're dry and chunky and just gross. The only potatoes I'll ever eat is mashed potatoes. That's it. I don't like any other form of potato except for like chips or like fries, I guess. But yeah, I hate baked potatoes. Jackson Boggs asks, do you have any pets? I have one dog. He's back in California where I'm from. He's getting old. He's a Welsh Corgi. He's 13. And I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, that was my one pet that I've had throughout my life, is my dog. Command Alt Atino is asking, what is your occupation in life? So I could answer that a couple different ways. I think mainly my entire life I've been a student. I mean, that's a lame answer, but really that's like all I've done and all I've known and all I've really like, you know, put work into is being a student. My first job was being a secretary, kind of position at the grad division at my school. So I handled like grad apps and stuff like that. But then I'm starting this Insurgency job as their community content producer tomorrow or today when you watch this video. But yeah, and I will be, you know, helping their community, whether that's through video or through communication, and that'll be really fun. So you might see me more officially over there. But yeah, that'll be great because I think I could really, you know, that's what I've been doing, is just making videos and, you know, building communities so far, and I really enjoy it. So it's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing, is working for NWI. But yeah, that's pretty much my occupation in life. I guess at this point, at a young 21, I don't really have a career or anything yet. Zerdy asks, how did you meet Blue Drake 42? And congratulations to the 10K. Thank you, Zerdy. I met Blue Drake initially on my suppression video. That was the first actual kind of interaction that Blue Drake and I had. He saw my squad suppression video, which is a guide. I think it's the first guide I ever made. For squad. So yeah, you could go check that out and see what that is. It's just a explanation on what suppression is and what to do about it. And then, yeah, that was the first kind of interaction. And after that, I found out that one of the guys in Squad Ops actually kind of knew him, and that was Part-Time Ninja Turtle. And he got me kind of into contact with the Drakelings and kind of just slowly developed from there. It wasn't like a big, like, oh, I met him at a party or something and we became like good friends. It was just like very small incremental steps into just kind of meeting him. Let's see what else. Quoken asks, did you shower today? I actually shower like multiple times a day in Hawaii because like it's freaking hot and I'm not allowed to have an AC unit here, so I just sweat some days, and so I just stand in the shower. Cold showers are god when you're living in a hot place. So yeah, I take showers. Let's see. What other questions we got here? All right, so I answered this already. It's like, what or who motivated you to start a YouTube channel? So yeah, that was Destiny. A lot of it was Destiny. Playing a lot of Destiny. I'm not gonna lie, dyslexia is a big motivation and inspiration for what I do, and like I watch a lot of dyslexia, and a lot of people know that, and a lot of people can kind of tell from the kind of style some of my videos have. But yeah, I watch a lot of dyslexia, and dyslexia was like, I was like, oh, I want to be in Shack Tac. That looks like so much fun. So when Squad came out, and I really enjoyed Squad over Arma, and I just really enjoyed the feel, I was like, I want to make a community like that. I want to make a One Life hardcore community. Kind of like Shack Tac, because, you know, that was my first exposure to anything like that. Like, that's such a small thing, like a niche thing. Is like, I think that's such a small percentage of gamers actually know like communities that do that kind of sort of thing where they organize events, whether it's internal or external events in their community. And that was just something that's really, it's like really new when you think about it. Like, not many communities do that. It's like organized events. But yeah, that was really interesting to me, and I really liked it, and I really wanted to have those experiences. Like I said, like Squad is an experience-based game. It's not like COD or League of Legends or anything, or WoW, where everything's stat tracked and everything like that. It's just an experience game, and I loved Squad, and I loved having those experiences. I was like, hey, you know, let's make some videos. Let's see. This will be the last question I answer here is show your setup and how old are you? So I've already showed you guys my setup. That's in the 5K video, and I answered how old I am. I'm 21. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My setup. I'll probably do a new setup video when I move, because I'm moving, and then I'll have a different setup. But yeah, my 5K video is my setup reveal, so you can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for getting me to 10K. Like, honestly, I never could have imagined hitting it this fast, especially since I started like less than a year ago. So yeah, that's awesome. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, we're slowly chugging along here. And you know, always finding new videos to make, always trying to find new games to play, doing different things, working on the community, building the community, interacting with you guys. It's been so much fun. This like year off has just been absolutely amazing and incredible, and such a fun experience and learning experience, and just doing something completely different from what I've been doing my entire life, just like school, is so refreshing. And I'm glad you guys enjoy the videos, and I'm glad you guys, you know, support me, and, you know, like the content most of all. Yeah, especially I'm glad you guys like watching the videos and everything. So thank you for the 10K, and I'm going to be giving away that squad key. Once again, thank you, El Hebrew Hammer, for sending that key to me to give away. And that key is going to be in the giveaway link on the Gleam.io link in the comments below. So just fill that out, and I'll pull the winner next Friday. So yeah, thank you all for the questions. Thank you all for the 10K, and I'll see you in the next videos. Peace.